wellness. Typically, when people get stressed, there's certain areas of their wellness that will start to drop off because they get preoccupied by stress. So things like nutrition or exercise or sleep are usually some of the first ones to take a bit of a hit when we're stressed about something, worried about something, overwhelmed by something. And the wellness wheel is like a 3-minute activity, once you know what you're doing, to just do a really quick check-in, okay? So we've made a worksheet for you for this. It'll go up on our website just to give you a bit of a guide as to how to do this for yourself. I would encourage you to do this probably weekly, just as a check-in. That's all it really is, okay? So I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to get Al to demo it with me today, okay? So what I want you to imagine is that the inside of this circle here represents 0 and the outside of each of these spokes represent a 10. And then across the 8 dimensions, this is what we recommend. If they don't work for you specifically, you're welcome to rename it to something else that is more suitable for you. That's fine. These are the ones that we're picking, and all I ask you to do is give yourself a rating out of 10. So 0 meaning terrible, not good, not happening. 10 out of 10, perfect, excellent, couldn't do anything better, okay? So let's start with nutrition, all right? Now, I don't know how you guys are going around the world, but in Australia, the shelves are looking a little bit bare at the moment.
Some things are, yeah, some things are.
We've run out of toilet paper and tissues, which isn't much for your nutrition, but the shelf staples and pantry items and things like that are running out. So for some of this, you've got to get creative, right? So with nutrition, is it balanced? Are you eating regularly? Are you maintaining a regular kind of eating schedule? Particularly for those of you who might be working from home or spending more time at home than usual and not having any kind of scheduled lunch break as you would have on a work day. Are you still remembering to eat? Are you still kind of balancing that? Are you kind of getting a bit more takeaway or Uber Eats these days or things like that? So nutrition, how well is it balanced? So for you, how's your nutrition out of 10?
For me, it's pretty good. I'm eating meals with a frequency that I'm happy with. I've been a little bit kind of naughty in that I've had some bickies and things that I wouldn't normally touch. So I'm not going to be a 10. I'll probably give myself an 8.
Okay, all right. So halfway, let's say an 8 was sitting up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Exercise.
Yeah.
Gym's closed.
This is an issue for me, yeah. So normally I'd get to the gym a couple of times a week and that hasn't been happening. And I haven't really been doing the stuff that I should be doing at home. I'm getting the odd walk in, but I'm actually going to really downrate myself here as about a, 5.
Okay, all right. So that's low for you. I know you well enough to know that's low for you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What about fun? A lot of the activities that we would normally do for fun, we'd go out, we'd leave the house, we'd see people, we'd do stuff. A lot of that's locked down for us at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of an introvert, so that's not as critical for me as it might be for extroverts that I know. But I think I'm doing okay there. You know, I'm having fun. I'm doing stuff with the kids that I'm finding fun, and you know, we're still swimming and Lego and blah blah blah. So I give myself a decent score there. I'm going to go with a 9.
A 9?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Calling big numbers. Good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, productivity. If you're spending a lot of time at home, now for some people, they're working from home, so it's a bit easy to maintain productivity because you've got stuff to do. Unfortunately, a lot of people are out of work at the moment with a lot of industries closing, so they're spending a lot of time at home and don't have a lot of things to do. So the question is, how productive are you being? Because as humans, we need to be achieving, we need to be doing something. Doesn't need to be kind of mammoth tasks every day, but little bits to keep chipping away.
Yeah, we if we're aimless, it's actually, it weighs on us.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're just staring at Netflix and that's how we're spending all of our time, that's actually a big problem for our morale, and it's a big problem for being able to maintain a sort of decent kind of mood state as well.
Yeah.
So I actually think this is a really critical part of this equation. So I mean, I'm lucky in that I can do some work from home and I can maintain a bit of a routine. But if you can't, I think you need to impose some sort of routine on yourself to some degree. Yeah.
So if you're not working from home, what are those odd jobs around the house that you've been kind of always meaning to get around to and telling yourself you never had enough time? Or maybe you do actually have the time. Maybe the time wasn't actually the problem.
Yeah.
But when was the last time you reorganized the linen cupboard or matched up the Tupperware containers with lids or clean the gutters?
We're getting an insight into Jess here. Yeah, so what I'd say is it's worth having a bit of a routine sketched out. So that might be get up at 7 o'clock, get ready, start your day, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then schedule in, okay, between 9 and midday, I'm actually going to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ideally you've got a bit of a list that you're chipping away at. Okay,
Yep.
so I think actually this is a really important
Yeah,
one, so we
it
don't
is.
feel like we're just drifting aimlessly.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the problem is if you get out of too much of a routine, you get used to that kind of Netflix and get your kind of butt dent carved well on the couch. It's going to be really hard to get back up again when this is over.
And I guess the other thing I wonder if we should have had a routine heading here, but I wonder if the other thing for routine is just if you've got kids at home as well. I think it's critical. And kids are used to a routine. They function best if there's a routine. School normally provides a lot of that. So in some places, school's not an option at the moment, or not viable at the moment. So you know we're actually having a school day at home, kids in school uniform, the whole shebang. You know, lunchtime at the same lunchtime. So you know, I think that sort of thing's helpful as well.
Yeah. Okay. So where's your productivity at the moment?
I'm pretty good actually. I'm going to go 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then family. Now, some of you may be living with your family. That might be a little bit more family time than you used to. Some of you might be separated away from your family. But within the relationships that you have within your family, how's that going at the moment? Look, a lot of people are under stress. They're under pressure. When that happens, there can be more irritability. There can be more kind of snipping and snarky arguments and things like that. Or maybe there's a lot of separation, and where you'd normally be really close and hanging out or family dinners or things like that, maybe that's not able to happen at the moment. So where's your family relationship sitting at the moment? Okay, how's yours going?
Oh look, things are pretty good at home. Everyone's morale is pretty good. We've got a pretty chill kind of household, but I'd say that if there was a little bit of sort of snippiness and irritability, you would imagine it would really be manifesting now. And if things were worse, then things would be worse. So I think if that's the case, probably spending some time apart where that's feasible would be appropriate. Now, I mean, it depends on the feasibility of your situation, obviously.
How big your house is, how many rooms you got to move
Yeah,
in.
can you go outside or not? You know, so there's a lot in that, and I think it's a complicated one to manage. But I guess the thing is, if you sort of look at this sort of process, I think it's worth being deliberate about managing it as opposed to just sort of hoping for the best.
Yeah.
So it's helpful to take stock, and it's like, oh geez, we are getting really snippy with each other here. Okay, maybe I'll look after the kids at 4 o'clock for an hour and let my partner have a nice bubble bath, and she can just chill, and that'll be good for her. And if it's good for her, it's probably going to be good for me, and thereby good for everyone. So something like that. So we're doing okay. 9.
Okay. All right. Social. Now, this is going to be a little bit harder because we can't go out and hang out with our friends at the moment. So for the social stuff, we've got to get creative. I'm hearing some really cool stories about people who are doing like watching stuff together where they can do a screen share and then have kind of a group chat going, so they're all kind of texting and commenting to each other about what's happening in the movie, or a lot more video games happening at the moment with the headsets. They can all talk to each other. And in Australia, and I think in America as well, I've seen we've got teddy bear hunts, so there's kind of this sense of community. Have you heard of this?
No,
You put the teddy bear
that?
up in the window, so because we're allowed out for one walk a day, keeping our distance from everybody else.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
When I did this with my girls the other day, we went for a walk just around the
To
block.
spot the teddy bear.
There's teddy bears, so you're going on a bear hunt. And
Oh,
then, of course, we
cool.
started singing Going on the Bear Hunt song.
Yeah,
My
okay,
kids are
nice.
little.
Okay.
So, yeah, and kind of the things of we can't really get together, but we can still do things that represent connection.
Yep.
So, and more than just kind of pick up your phone and text someone, actually pick up the phone and call someone, because the sound of voice, tone, intonation, all of those sort of things are actually a lot more meaningful to us in terms of maintaining
FaceTime,
connection.
Skype, Zoom,
Yeah, all of
et cetera,
that sort of
et cetera.
stuff. Yep. Yeah. All right. So where's your social sitting at the moment?
Yeah, not too crash hot actually. Yeah, I'm probably going to be right down at about a 5, I'd say. Yeah. I've got to get in touch with a couple of friends.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, skills. Now, this is very important and something for my patients that I keep reminding them that if we shut down and we're not able to have our sessions together or our groups together, it's not an excuse to give up on their homework. They've still got their diary cards, they've still got their activities, and really the stuff that we teach in therapy, the skills and stuff that we recommend, it's stuff for life, not just things to be doing for the duration of your program. Okay. Now, this may or may not be relevant for you specifically. For my patients and people who are actually actively in therapy, they've got skills and they've got homework and stuff to be practicing. But a lot of this can come down to kind of skills or even just mindset around how well are you doing things that are actually good for your psychological well-being in terms of where's your head at? Okay. Are you practicing some mindfulness? Are you remembering your self-care? Are you kind of challenging some of those negative thoughts? Are you taking a break from too much social media? Not us, of course, but too much social media when it's getting overwhelming, or there's just too much news going on out there.
Yeah, there's that sort of. I think we've got a little link on our website. We might even do a clip about it, about having a warrior, like a kind of attacking this with a warrior stance as opposed to just being a warrior and kind of freaking out stance, and how that might look different. How those different stances look different among different issues.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's important, because if you take the freaking out warrior stance, it's likely to erode your resilience.
Yeah.
Whereas if you kind of approach this in a more sort of attacking the issue stance, being collaborative in your stance, you're more likely to improve your resilience.
Mm-hmm. So how's your skills? How's your mindset?
Yeah.
How are you managing?
Pretty good, actually. Yeah, no, I'm doing all right there. So
number?
I'll give myself a 10 for that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, and then finally, sleep. Now, sleep is something that is going to be of crucial importance. You've probably seen a couple of other videos from us that we've done on sleep. It's a big issue, a big topic for you and I. Sleep is something that is easily disrupted when the routine breaks down. So if you're no longer having to get up at 6 to be at the office by 8 and you're able to just kind of cruise around the day in your pajamas, stop it. But make sure that you're actually doing stuff to manage your sleep. Keep your bedtime regular, keep your wake time regular, keep your screens out of your bedroom, keep your kind of light exposure in the evening as dull as you possibly can to make sure that you're promoting sleep. And if you notice that the worry or the panic or the anxiety or the thoughts are starting to keep you awake and there's too much arousal, then we come back to skills. Okay, what are you doing to calm yourself down before you get into bed to make sure we maintain the quality of your sleep as much as we can?
Yeah.
Do you want to say something?
Oh, look, we do have some material on sleep. If sleep is an issue, I really would suggest you have a look at it. Stuff on de-arousal, stuff on light hygiene. I mean, we've got some gold there, I must say. So if sleep is an issue for you, definitely take a look at that.
Have a look at our webpage, psychcollective.com/sleep.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to give myself a 9 there.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so you give yourself, give yourself a rating. Don't get too excited, and then simply join the dots. Now, once you've joined the dots, what I want you to do is ask yourself this one simple question. If that shape represents the wheel of your life, how well is it turning? Okay, if we had to take that shape and turn it into wheels and put them on your car, are you going to be able to go anywhere? All right, now look, credit to you, this is reasonably well rounded, but we can see a couple of flat spots.
Yeah, so I've got a hole here, I've got a hole here.
Yeah.
And that I definitely want to and need to do something about. And that I want to and need to do something about as well. So it's helpful to see that in blue, black and white. So I mean, my takeaway from this is, I know what I need to do here, and basically I need to incorporate that into my routine.
Yeah.
Okay. And probably same as social as well. I probably need to actually schedule that.
Yeah.
Otherwise it ain't going to happen.
Be deliberate about it.
Yeah.
So look, what we've got is I've made up a worksheet for you. Okay, it's got some prompts on the back to help you to think about how to make these ratings. It's up on our website to give you a guide. If you can't print it out, simply get a piece of paper and a pen, draw an asterisk, label the points, and just kind of give yourself that rating out of 10. This will take you about 3 minutes once you get used to it, okay? Really quick and easy check-in, because some of this stuff, as it starts to drop off, we don't always notice that it drops off. And this is a beautiful way to bring your attention back to the areas of, I'm not expecting 10 out of 10 around the whole circle. That's unrealistic. There's always going to be ups and downs and flat spots. That's fine. It then just helps promote some goal setting as to what are you going to do next week to make some changes there.
Yeah, and you said weekly, but I'd actually say maybe just in the first week or two, maybe even do it daily. Okay, just for the first week if you can. It's only 2 or 3 minutes. It gets you into the habit of thinking this way. And then once you're kind of happy with how that's going, it's more of a maintenance weekly. That's what I would do, but...
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. I hope that helps, guys. Check out our website for the handout on this, the rest of our resources, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're all over the place at the moment. Stay well, okay? Stay sane. We will get through this. It is going to end. And we'll see you on the other side. Thanks guys.
Folks.
See ya.